On this episode of Reading Corner, we look at 7 words that leadership could be using that will be so powerful for your team to hear and read. This article comes from Bill Murray Jr. to be specific. He's writing this in Inc. magazine. Let's take a look at the first word here that we should check and see. Are we either saying this in conversations or are we writing it down in emails? The first one here is listening. This is so powerful that if with your team you're having conversations and you're simply saying to them, we want to listen to you and we are listening to you. And not only saying it, we've got to put in the action too. It proves to your team that you're willing to hear them. Number 2 here, security. It's important that your team members hear that you discuss about security. You have to be honest with them, but the more often that you can say to them, we're talking about security, this is for the economic survival, people are worried about their jobs. These are the team members, these are the teams that are secure. It makes them feel much more focused when they're actually doing their jobs rather than thinking, I'm unsecure, I need out. The third word here, flexibility. Every team member knows how hard it is working from home. If you've got children under the age of 5, it can be an incredible challenge. Even if they're older, it doesn't really make it that much easier. At home, working with children that you're trying to teach at the same time can be overburdening. Therefore, working with this word flexibility with your team members is going to be an incredible help. Make sure you spend time talking with them about how flexible you're willing to be as leadership. Fourth word here, optimism. It's not that we want you to lie to your teams. It's not that we want you to be too truthful and say, we're going to be out of business within 12 months. If there's any light of success for your company, being optimistic and truthful really can support your team in seeing a true vision. And it's up to you as a leader to make sure you impart that information with your team. Let's be optimistic. Number 5 here, community. I love what's written in here. Shared sacrifice, shared effort, shared reward. People want to know that you're all in this together and that they really can count on leaders and co-workers. So important that the community is discussed and also shown as well. We're seeing a lot of adverts that are being put out where you're seeing the community of workers involved that are helping their customers and clients. Let's do that as team members with each other. Number 6 here, sacrifice. This is an incredibly powerful word. Yes, sacrifice gets its own entry, especially talking about shared sacrifice. A lack of discussion about shared sacrifice right now could actually be a red flag to many employees who expect that sacrifices will have to be made. And the important question that most people in the team ask is, if I'm having to sacrifice or my coworker had to sacrifice, what are the leaders doing? Are they sacrificing any of their time, any of their salary, or any of their budget? And the final one on the list, number 7, is the please and thank yous. Whenever you're having discussions with your team, whether that's in email or over video or even on a call, make sure you're saying please to them. Could you? Thank you to them afterwards. Even though, yes, they could be paid for this, the pleases and thank you go a long way in showing respect for your team, that this is a choice by them and they're working their hardest to get the task done with you as a team. Take these 7 steps into consideration and 7 phrases and see how often you can use them with sincerity and integrity.